A little over a year ago, Debbie and I moved from the house and neighborhood where we had lived for about 27 years. During those almost 3 decades, we became part of the neighborhood community and enjoyed being with our neighbors, many of whom we invited to come to church and many of whom joined the congregation. We loved the fact that when we went on our regular evening walks, we would have a chance to, have those chance run-ins with folks from the neighborhood and, have a brief, joyful conversation. I suppose that I didn't really appreciate that close community feel that we had as much as I do now that we no longer have it. For it is definitely a very different experience where we live now. Oh, we walk our new neighborhood almost every day just like before, but now there is no one that really greets us at all. Oh yeah, there are 2 neighbors that have been very friendly and they are a bright spot, but there is this vast void remaining for any other connections with the huge number of people who live in our neighborhood. And I've had time to think about, why don't we have more or better connections with others in this new place? We've been there more than a year. Is it me? Is it you? Or is it just the way the world is these days? And the one big difference is that we simply don't see that many people out and about like we did in the old neighborhood. And it's hard to develop friendships when the front yard, sidewalk, and driveways are empty. Oh, the houses are filled with people, but we do not appear outside at the same time. And when people do emerge, it's for a rather quick exit or entry back into the house. I don't think that my new neighborhood is really all that much different from any other suburban community in America, or even my old neighborhood towards the end of our stay there. Because even in my old neighborhood, there were more and more people that I just didn't know who lived on the very same street, but our lives just didn't intersect. Yeah, I know you could blame COVID, the isolation, the social distancing, but for whatever reason, I don't like it, and I'm not quite sure what to do in a secular neighborhood. Now, this all made me think about church too, because I can only imagine that the same thing also happens in our congregation too. We have new members who join, and they can find it hard to find an opening and feel that neighborhood welcome. We all have our friends at church and we enjoy our conversations with them, and so they're the go-to people. So we don't notice the lack of community for those who are new to our Ascension neighborhood. So I want to encourage everyone, new to old, to take a look around and watch for new people. Take a moment each Sunday and invest in someone new. Get to know them, their story, invite them into the great community that you also enjoy at Ascension. And so with that in mind, I hope to see you all this Sunday in Bible study and worship. This weekend we have 2 very special guests with us from Mission of Christ Network, our niece Emily Belvery and Pastor John Mell, who will be delivering the message. Actually we're going to have 3 special guests because Emily is bringing her little one, Nora, with her as well. See you all this Sunday, and let's put out that welcome mat for one another.